Welcome. Welcome, all of you who are coming on. Things are kind of crazy right now. There's no air conditioning. The air conditioner at my house is broken. And it's going to be a couple weeks until there's a new one that comes in. So that's a big investment. We're getting a rental one today. That's going to be put in later today. And then it'll cool down this week. Well, what this means is just what it means. It means what it means. A couple of days ago, the air conditioner decided to stop working. And there was a complication. And a man came here and couldn't get it fixed today. Because there was something getting in the way of the system. So, he couldn't get the air conditioning back. But as I said, we found a rental. And we're going to use that rental. So, there is going to be some clones made on rental air conditionings today. And because it's rental, you're not going to have air conditioning for the whole 2-week period until everything gets back to normal. Or until everything gets more than just back to normal. Out of all the issues that I have going on mentally and emotionally, this really could be, and notice I say when I want to push, like whenever I hear the word push, I always think of something unpleasant. Whenever I want to do that, I'm just going to throw something. Because I don't want to have to deal with the guilt and the insecurity. I'm going to get a Tic Tac. Hold on for a moment. Told you I would throw stuff. I don't want to deal with the guilt and the insecurity, so I just throw stuff. If it's going to be, passive aggressive or a lot of stuff now, wait until, the end of October. So beginning from that point. I'm telling you, from the end of October through the 12th of January, don't be afraid to express yourself. Get it out. Let it out of your system. Let it out of your system. Even if even if there is salt on the wound, let it out of your system. And now I finally know what that metaphor means. So forgo anything that I have said about adding salt to wounds. There was just a misunderstanding with that. And it was clarified. But actually adding salt to wounds, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to drink Kool-Aid. I'm not going to play devil's advocate for any, antagonization of anyone in my own mind. There is a difference between actually making a situation worse and rubbing it in, making someone feel already worse for what they have done, and all that. And letting something out of your system, being honest and real and raw, because sometimes we need to do that. We can't just suppress all the time. And so you may feel like you want to just explode in a very verbal type of way. Give yourself permission to do that. I certainly will. If there's any problem, I'm not going to hold it in. I'm going to, clear the air. Because as I have said before, if it's honest, if it's true, if it's authentic, well, then it checks out the boxes. It really does. I'm not into the fake and little substance and polished and perfected and all of that. Going through the motions, that really has its limits and only can take you so far and only, lasts so long. Eventually it wears out and you get sick and tired of it. I don't do scripts, written things, rehearsed things. I don't do that. It's like when I am, it grosses me out when I am forced to read something, read a line, out of a script, and it sounds fake and rehearsed and forced. That is disgusting. Disgusting when I'm not, liberating myself and taking it into my own and expressing it from within. And, it's not true. That is gross. Just gross. If I was an actor, no, I would, go, okay, this is the line, but here's how I choose to express this line. I'm going to forget that you wrote that. Because if it doesn't feel, whole and true and meaningful within, then what is it? Up here, intellectual, dry as a desert, no substance, or what? So no, scripts, schmips. All I know is I didn't choose this. I don't believe in this. I don't sound very good with this. I don't think that I sound very good. I'll do something authentic. I'll say something authentic, and then I'll ask you, did that sound good? One extreme can be the suppressed, polished fake me, or the, on a Zoom meeting going wild and completely, and then I just can't watch myself because I made one video of myself. I made a video of myself. Just like a trailer video for Sagittarius season. And I was watching myself doing that trailer, and I was like, no, I don't want this to be me. Just, I can't watch this. This is embarrassing. Me trying to be someone that I'm not. Get rid of it. Like when somebody acts in a way that they are not, and they're not very good at it, and it's fake, and they're, it's just, no, gross. Ugh. Just be yourself, real and raw. I'd rather have the, hard, version of you or whatever that may be than fake. And fake can be rude sometimes. Like if you're a very serious person and then you light something up, saying, it's, I guess, maybe an annoyance or frustration, say things in a way that doesn't fit you or mock somebody else who is more natural at that, which you're trying to be. Another thing is like, just know that when a lot of athletic jock type people say being baby, sissy, pussy, that kind of thing, that is really, it takes some detachment to realize that's coming from them and not from you. That's not what you believe in, and you don't have to take it if you don't agree with it and don't believe in it. It does take that feminine perspective, and males like that can really tarnish and mock it and really pet rock or, underwhelm. Pet rock meaning, to give something to someone that's underwhelming to somebody. I'm tired of, cutting what is natural. It's just I have to cut that and insert that and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. And then I'll edit it as I need to. I'm really tired of repressing stuff and restricting stuff. Because it, gets old. Really does. So be you. and express what you need to express, what's on your mind, what you feel passionate about. Get it out. It may be just impulsive and just an outburst or a meltdown or something extreme and sudden, but it is getting it out of your system. It is you being authentic and true. You know, that kind of thing. I have created a separate channel for these videos because I wanted to have one channel and I just wanted to have Boom Boom Like it. If I do anything on this channel at all, it will not go public. You know, that's the thing. So there's boundaries and separation. Then I won't be caught in the coin flipping, pros and con making, trying to decide whether or not, and clean it up or, whatever. But so, yeah. But the big thing is with what I was talking about air conditioning. It's only 11:19. Air conditioning and Mercury retrograde. Those two things have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Not at all. Not at all. No. The air conditioning failing and refusing to run in Mercury retrograde don't have anything to do with each other at all. That only supports the fear-mongering of Mercury retrograde. If you say, oh, don't be worried about it, it's fine. Oh, well, then you get invasive and you get literal and stuff goes wrong in your life, like in your real life. In physical reality. The computer doesn't work and, and all this and this mainstream narrative that we have painted and crafted for Mercury retrograde. Not the true astrology and not the true empowering, and I want to use the word empowering version of astrology. Like, what's positive about this? What's the opportunity? What's the real spiritual purpose and reason and benefit from this? So, you know what? You can do anything you want under Mercury retrograde. You reevaluate, so you make new decisions. You don't reevaluate and you don't see a problem or something doesn't stop working, so that you have to wait until the end of it. And if you put your life on hold. It really should not be like this. It really should not be, dictatorial, limiting, restricting, difficult, and this kind of an inconvenience. It really shouldn't be. That is a narrative I am tired of giving into. That's the narrative I'm tired of giving into. I may say things that I don't believe in. I may say things that I don't believe in, but I say them anyway. For some reason or another. It turns out that life happens and you have to live your life the way that you need to. That's the truth. Something goes wrong during Mercury retrograde so that you can fix the problem during Mercury retrograde. So you're not suffering and having to wait till this planet turns direct. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. And you have to find a way not to buy into this. You have to find a way. The only result is, that you're going to fear Mercury retrograde. Beautiful time for reflection, getting comfortable, going inside yourself, seeing what's wrong and doing inner spiritual work and all of that. And yet you're doing it in a house that is a monster house. You're doing it in a house with pipes that could get at you or things to easily malfunction when you're just on edge for this thing to malfunction, and it's just, I mean, those things are really difficult to be put together. And it's really kind of annoying me, and I'm sure so many other people out there. Maybe the big decisions and stuff, the big things actually happen during Mercury retrograde because of the problems that occur during Mercury retrograde. So maybe big life decisions, major life decisions can happen anytime, but maybe under the Mercury retrograde, get them fixed. Maybe your awareness is heightened of these issues and you need to get them fixed and you don't want to wait because it's ridiculous to wait. Maybe we can flip the script. Maybe, okay, Mercury retrograde, fix anything that is broken or not working. Clean it up, take action, deal with it. I mean, there's certain things you can wait on, that you don't need to get fixed or, not necessary or things like that. And you can, deal and hold off. But if it happens to be buying a house that you need to buy or, fixing the air conditioning in your house, no. Stuff has to get fixed. And it may just be when Mercury is in retrograde. So, just know that when I have the peaceful energy of Mercury going retrograde and all this stuff happens, those things don't line up. I think that more people need to know the true astrology of what's going on. I've kind of It's like I've found the oasis, but there's yet not enough water and sustenance. I've heard several versions about this, but they all have this certain thing in common with one another, or something not explained, or etc., etc. For this to be a celebration, and for it to rock, and for it to be, a great thing, and, cosmic blessing, then you may need to dig deep. And you just may need to call the shots on your own life. And you may need to, and this is something that my Libra moon, is kind of, not the most 100% in supportive, but you may have to say, what, I like you, and I, agree with you. However, that's disempowering. And I'm not going to do that because I don't have to. All those themes of disempowerment are coming up now as the South Node's been in Scorpio. So many other things. I feel like I only have a finite of information to tell you, and I hope that you don't perceive that to be the case. When the South Node moves into Libra, North Node moves into Aries, it's really about you going your own way and taking action and not being afraid to do that and plucking up the courage and doing it. Just doing it. Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on. But for the fact that I titled this live stream the way I did for a reason. This does feel kind of low to do. As I was typing this out, I could feel how, just draining it was to type out the title. It was kind of draining. It made, it kind of slightly pulled down my energy and, turned me off and, etc. But this is one of those essential things as air conditioning, which you're not going to be having. Maybe things come to your attention when things go wrong. Maybe you didn't even realize something until you miss it. Maybe you didn't realize how much you had of something, let alone that you had that thing, until you don't have it. So you won't have it. You will not have it until later this afternoon. I will be having people come in and set up air conditioners in your rooms, all of your living quarters. And there'll be a lot of people, a whole team of people to come and work and set that up. So the air conditioners will be turned off in your living quarters at about, I'd say, 1 o'clock, just so that you're aware. And new ones will be put in later today. I don't really like to do this. As much as I don't like to be in the situation of my life right now, it is the way it is. What is for me will be for all of you. I'm sorry that you have to take the suffering and suffer just because of something I'm going through. But suffering should be shared like a Niçoise salad, whatever that type of salad is. And I don't need any lectures or negotiations or debates or harassments or altercations about this. So that will be what will go on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I have work to do today. And you may have tons of work to do today too. And I need to get that work done. And I need to carve out space and time to do this in. And I don't need jealousy or envy or feeling a lack to add to the picture. You know, I mean, I remember what happened last time. You know, this is what I do. I have to do this because then, as I said before, I'm not going to get stressed out like that again. And I have a feeling that this is only going to get out a certain extent of the anger or whatever emotion is pent up inside of me. Um, I'm not going to get stressed out. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to worry. Although there is a difference between that and actually being able to focus on what you're doing in the first place. So it may be hot for a time being. There are going to be fans that you can put in your living quarters and stuff and open up the windows and things like that. It will be what it will be. You know, instead of, acting cold, because I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be a cold person. I don't. I really, really don't. Sometimes things happen though. I'm sorry to take this away from you, but this is going to be something that you are all, including myself, going to have to endure. So yeah. So it's really time to do work. And I don't want any of you coming to me or, having a complaint. I'm forewarning you and I'm telling you that this is going to happen. I want to make this clear. This will go into action. I will not give in to anyone who wants to object and argue with me about this. I really don't need that. It's unnecessary energy wasted and unnecessary emotions, negative low frequency emotions, to feel and to have take up time from what I need to do and from what all of you need to do as well. So, in other words, don't waste your energy and your time coming to me and complaining when you could be just sitting down and doing the work. Relaxing and going at it easy and going slow and steadily, and obviously enjoying, having an experience of that, because I have tried to go at it full intensity, Scorpio South Node, that hasn't worked. Try to start something and go at it full intensity, hasn't worked. I've regretted stuff I have done under this transit when I have done those things in that way. But when I realize this isn't working, I just want to be slow and steady and take my time and just, do the things I need to do for this thing, and not extra, and not make and not work harder and more laboriously and more straining and um, uh, just continue to work at something when there's a part of you that knows it's not working. So, no. That's all that I want to say.